Okay, Mayat Hotel. This is Asara Setepara Ma'at. So you can understand the reason why I do all these videos is so I can bring enlightenment to the dead. I want to wake people up so we can understand our circumstances on our planet. My job has been ordained, appointed, approved, and I have been commissioned by our universal creator to do a job, and that's what my mission is. I'm not here to perpetuate hatred or violence. I am here to point out the reason there's so much violence on our earth. And when I point my finger at the people that I see being most contributing to our circumstances, remember, I have one finger pointed, but three fingers pointing right at myself. So I'm accusing myself. I am accusing myself of being responsible for the condition of the world. Since I take responsibility of the condition of the world, I feel it's my responsibility to do something about it. Upon registering this information in my mind, I decided to try to fix the world. In order to fix the world, I had to find out why it was broken. This picture that you're looking at right now, believe it or not, is the picture of an eye behind some bars. Now, it's not obvious to you that that's what you're looking at because you haven't saw this, and so you're not aware of that. But since I've saw this, and since I'm aware of it, I can tell you things. And since I've been through a lot of things that I've been through on this earth, and I'm aware of that, I can tell you about it. And that's what I've been doing through the help of YouTube and all the amazing footage of filmage that they have available for me to use. So this is probably be a good time to give appreciation and a shout out, and thank you to YouTube for allowing me to express my vision through you guys expressing your vision. See how that works? Okay, let's start this up so you can see what happens here. Sometimes knowledge is freedom. Watch this. You see what happened? As soon as that person's eyes were open, the bars were broken. Now, we're so used to being in jail here on this earth that we didn't even know. Since the eyes weren't open, you couldn't realize you were incarcerated. The opening of the eye gave you new image, and it gave you new vision. And knowing is half the battle. So just by opening your eyes and seeing what's there to be viewed properly, you can set yourself free. That's what the Bible tells you. The truth will set you free. Okay? So the truth is, when you see the truth, you got to be willing to see it for what it's worth and be willing to accept it. Because you can see the truth from behind bars, or you can see the truth from the other side. So which side is the other side? You decide by the one you pick. If you want to be behind bars, that's where you'll be. If you want to be like this stupid young man that's been influenced by the European man to come out here and kill each other, you can end up with your ass right where you will end up being where you want to be, obviously, by your actions. You show that. The reason why I know that's where you want to go is because all the young men are not going out there standing on the corners with guns, trying to be hard as hell. But when they walking past, going to the store to get a Pepsi or a newspaper for their mother, and you see them and you see they're not a part of that, you want to get all bad and shit and show that you the neighborhood start shit with your gun and you been drinking 40s and riding around, putting in work with people who ain't trying to be a part of that shit. So everybody become a part of that shit because of this. They want to have closed eyes and end up behind bars. But some people open their eyes and see the bullshit and they break the bars. Okay, I'm going to show you where the bars come from. I'm going to call this segment Paradise Before Prison. Alright, let's go with this. Okay, listen to this. It says New Guinea is the largest tropical island in the world. God was supposed to have created it on the last day. Now, when you read some shit like that, you know right away that this is white man. Right away. Because he is the only person who could give you exact details of God's work because he created God. So the only thing he got to do to tell you what God did is to just keep adding to the God that he told you about. So he could give you everything God did word for word, because he wrote the story about God from beginning to end so he could just adjust it as deemed necessary. So that's why he could tell you that New Guinea, his white God, created New Guinea and put black people there. Not white people, black people. But let's go on before I get off track. White God, New Guinea, is the largest tropical island in the world. White God, see, they don't put white God there, but they just say God. And the average person sees white God when they say that, because we've all been programmed. Now look what it says. It says, white God, even though it don't say white God, it says, white God was supposed to have created, see, suppose, meaning doubt. See, they got to throw that in there themselves because they're not really sure. See, white God was supposed to have created it on the last day. Well, where did it come from if you're not sure? When he was already in a hurry. So God, for some reason, Mr. Know-it-all, got behind and almost missed his appointment with, I guess, somebody that was really important, even though he's God, because why else could you be late or in a hurry if you're God? Why do you need to hurry? You probably need to hurry to come and save the world of idiots from the white man's lies. You know, that'll be probably where God was on his way to. That would be deemed necessary for God to be hurrying, because we have people not aware of their circumstances shooting each other to claim a corner that's not theirs. God, please hurry. Godspeed. Hurry, please. But anyway, on the last day, when he was already in a hurry to save the Latinos from killing each other because they think they're Latinos instead of melanated Moors or melanated people that used to belong to a nation that has been denationalized, that now their mom is a Catholic and they are thugs because they don't feel the Catholic thing, but their mom is Catholic and they're confused. So they get themselves tattoos and call themselves 7th Street Riders or East Side Crips or Latin Kings. And then on the other side of town, we have young black men that lost knowledge of self also. They call themselves Bloods and Crips and HDK and all kind of stupid shit. But one thing they all have in common is their mom has a white God who created the earth and messed up because on the last day he was in a hurry. See? And so since God can fuck up and have to be in a hurry because non-behind schedule, I guess that these young kids following their creator God can be in a hurry to pick up a gun and kill each other so they can all hurry up and die. Because God planned it all. Because see, he was in a hurry, so from quickly mixed materials, I mean, he just came up with a quick idea and he put it together real fast. He said, from quickly mixed materials, and he was tired. So see, this is not an omnipotent God because he ran out of energy because his hands were tired. Okay, now, from his tired hands created an enclosed country with a mix of terrain from high mountains to deep valleys, lakes and marshlands, which is not suitable for man to live in. Okay, let's go ahead and see about that. Because, of course, we know a white man wrote this because he gives you a limitation on what man is able to do with something that God, who fashioned man in his image and made man from the same materialism that he described as not being suitable for man to live in. Sounds to me like someone is already trying to screw your head up from right here about some people in New Guinea who ended up in a place that was threw together at the last minute with mixed materials, and of course the people who was here was not suited to be here. That's what it all said. In case you didn't get it, let me translate. It said he was already in a hurry, which means he was making mistakes, and so he quickly put some material together and created an enclosed country. That means that it was enclosed like prison with a mix of terrain. I mean that it had a mixture of soil, wet and dry, from high mountains to deep valley, which is the description of every place on earth. But all of a sudden, since it's in New Guinea, it was enclosed and it was created by God when he was tired. And yeah, everything was mixed, meaning that it's probably not good because it's not pure, because it's a whole mixture of a bunch of shit. And then it was from high mountains to deep valleys to lakes and marshlands, which is the commonality of most places on earth, but it is not suitable for man to live in. Someone's fucking with our brains. Okay, let's go with this. And it's called Peru Rambo. Peru Rambo. Imagine that. Peru Rambo. Alright, okay. Now, remember they said that it was unsuitable for people to live in. So I guess right away we can assume that these are not people. Simple. Let's go. Let me translate for you. There's not white people here. So this place was not suited for people. Otherwise, we would have been here. And since we're not here, this place is not suited for people because these obviously are not people. They might have legs, and they might have fashioned a boat to travel around and everything like any other white people would have done if they were here, but they're not people. They just told us that.
New Guinea has worn me down. I hate it. In our first visit, we managed to catch malaria, typhoid fever, and toxemia.
See, this is because you are weak genetic. It's not because the land that you went to is soiled or filthy or unclean. It's that your lack of melanin made you not suited for the lifestyle of these people. That's why everywhere you go, you cut the trees down, kill the insects, and build buildings. So you won't have to catch malaria and smallpox and all that old shit that's made the X come into this earth to deal with your fucking ass. See? See how that works?
Encounters with natives, we had to fight for our bare lives. Goodbye, Guinea. Never again.
Bullshit. Right away, you see them coming back with reinforcement. Okay? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to guide you through this and show you how the Europeans brainwash your ass about a place that they go to, discover paradise of the people, label these people as savages, and then destroy them and kill them and set up fucking Exxon and everything so they can make tires and fuck the earth up and all make money and live rich. Now watch this. I'm going to prove it to you that that's how they get down.
Traveling is my drug. Once you get to know the variety of touches, experiences, and scents of our world, you can't live without it anymore. I'm in it up to my neck. My favourite phrase is that an experience doesn't have to be positive, especially when it's intense. I'm attracted by all of the different flavours of our planet, from the tropics to the poles. But the seasoning of the world is in its people, in their traditions and styles of life in their natural environment. This hunger for knowledge is the drive behind my journeys.
And that's the reason why everywhere I go back and report what I found to all my mates, and we later go there and eradicate all the people and steal whatever minerals we could find on the land, and yeah, we all live good. But right now, since I'm doing a coverage and I can't really expose my true characteristics, I'm going to blow a bunch of smoke up your ass and see if I can sidetrack you with my sublime suggestions and fool you about my overall objective. Which brings up these people right here.
Everyone who travels a little knows that what I can see and feel today may no longer be here in a few years' time.